Welcome to video 3 of this series, and in this video I'll help you understand some of the recent changes which have taken place in the CTET exam and how it affects your preparation for this exam. Now, while some of this information might be easily available on the internet, what I will help you do is try and explain to you what it means from the point of view of preparing for the exam. If you're new to my channel, hello, I'm Dr. Swasti Dhar and I mentor teachers and to-be teachers to clear the CTET in their first attempt through self-paced courses, both for paper 1 and paper 2. Let's begin. Let's start with the basics. The Central Teacher Eligibility Test, or the CTET, is a national level examination which is conducted by the CBSE, or the Central Board of Secondary Education, but it is mandated by the NCTE, or the National Council for Teacher Education. It qualifies you for 3 types of teaching positions: the PRT, or the primary teacher, who can teach from classes 1 to 5, the TGT, or the trained graduate teacher, who can teach from classes 6 to 8, and the PGT, or the postgraduate teacher. The CTET was first started in 2011, where it was initially held once a year and then it became twice a year, July and December. But the COVID-19 pandemic kind of changed that schedule, and the 2020 exam was held in 2021 January, while the 2021 and the 2022 CTET exams were held online for over a period of 1 month. Since 2023, they have tried to get it back to the original offline schedule when it was held in July and December. However, the 2023 exams, the July one was held in August and the December one was held in January 2024. However, in 2024, we saw that the July exam was held in July and the December exam was also held in December. So although technically in the year 2024 there were 3 CTET exams, the January 2024 exam was actually a delayed December 2023 exam. So basically we are back to offline exams as of now and 2 CTETs in a year. Now let's see a few recent changes, and that is the reason why on my website I have updated this entire series. The first is the eligibility criteria. As of August 2023, only a D.Ed student or the DLEd student can apply for paper 1. In fact, B.Ed students can now apply only for paper 2. Now, this is a marked change from previous years before 2023, where a student who had a B.Ed could apply for both paper 1 and paper 2. But now, if you don't have a D.Ed, you cannot apply for paper 1. There are some pre-primary courses which are approved by NCTE. So those pre-primary teachers also can apply for paper 1. I've done a detailed video on my YouTube. I'll link it somewhere out here, which talks about the details of the eligibility. But the main thing was earlier, the B.Ed students would apply for both paper 1 and paper 2, and now they cannot. So if you have done only your B.Ed, then you have to appear for paper 2. Whereas if you have done your DLEd mainly, then you can apply for paper 1. If you are a graduate who has done a D.Ed, then you can apply for both paper 1 and paper 2. So this has been a major game changer since the Supreme Court gave its judgment that to be a primary teacher, you have to have done your DLEd. That is the first and most important change. The second, which came a few years ago, was the fact that the CTET is now valid for a lifetime. So if you clear your CTET once, you are considered CTET qualified. Earlier, for those who have done it before 2018, I think, you have to keep appearing for CTET after every 5 years or 7 years and re-qualify yourself. But they have made the CTET exam a little tougher and a little more application based and ensured that the validity is for a lifetime. Now comes the impact of the NEP 2020. The first thing is that the NEP 2020 has made it compulsory for every school teacher to be TET qualified by the year 2030. Most states have accepted that. The state of Maharashtra definitely has, and therefore now whether you are working in a government school or in a private school, a teacher is expected to be TET qualified. If you are not going to be paid as per scale. So by 2030, every school teacher is expected to qualify herself with any TET, a state level TET or the CTET. The second impact that we will see, which is still to come into play, but it is very obvious that it will happen, is because of the restructuring of the school system from the 10 plus 2 to the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So the pre-primary has been brought into the school system and all schools across India will be up to class 12. Right now, in the state of Maharashtra, we see that schooling does end at class 10 and for 11th and 12th, we go to a junior college. But that is soon going to stop because 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th has been considered as a unit which is to be called secondary school. So right from pre-primary to class 12 now falls under the purview of the school and therefore under CTET. So that brings us to what will happen to pre-primary teachers and what will happen to those teachers who right now teach from class 9 to 12. Because since the CTET is for every school teacher, then definitely the pre-primary teachers and the teachers of classes 9 to 12 also come under their purview. So what should you do? My honest opinion is if you're a pre-primary teacher and you are eligible for paper 1, that is the course that you have done is NCTE approved, then do go ahead and qualify yourself for paper 1 right now. Don't wait for any changes to come up. Be CTET qualified. However, if you have done a course which is not NCTE approved, then I guess you will just have to wait. But if you have done your DLEd or your B.Ed side by side, then go and qualify yourself for paper 1 or paper 2. Paper 1 preferably. For those teachers who are PGT teachers, that is you're teaching from class 9 to class 12, then please don't wait for paper 3 to come up. The NCTE has been talking with CBSE and they have said that there is a need for paper 3, but don't wait for it. Right now, I would suggest that you should go and qualify yourself for paper 2, and when the paper 3 comes, whenever it comes, then you should come back and qualify for paper 3 again. It's only the options which will change, the math, science, social science. Those are the only options which will change, but the CDP and the languages will remain the same. So you've done this exam before, you can always do it again. So to begin your preparations, start by understanding your eligibility criteria. Are you even eligible for the CTET? If you are, then determine whether you should be doing paper 1 or paper 2 or both, and dive into the exam structure and syllabus only once you have confirmed your eligibility. In the next video, I will walk you through the eligibility criteria in greater detail and also talk about the exam structure and the syllabus. In the meantime, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and YouTube by my name Learn with Swasti for more tips, strategies and updates on CTET preparation.